Hello there, I'm Laura and welcome to my sewing channel. Today we're going to talk about scissors, sewing tools, and a pattern review. But have you guys ever seen these? They look just like makeup brushes, don't they? And maybe if you quilt, you know exactly what these are because my husband got them from the quilting store downtown. But this is actually silicone, and what these are for is two pressing tools. So instead of sticking your pointer finger up into the seams or those kinds of things and holding them down, you can use any of these wonderful devices. I don't know if you recognize that shape, but I have seen that shape on many a collar. So it's just perfectly shaped to get into those little corners and those little seams that you have to hold your fingers really close to the iron and save your fingers. And I'm very pleased about these. I was very shocked. I thought he got me makeup brushes, and then I saw what they were. I was like, what do you do with them? Like, you splat it on? Like, how does this work? And then I saw that it was from the quilt shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're sewing tools. I haven't used them yet. I have been working on something, but I haven't had to iron very much, and the seams that I have had to iron are like flat open seams. There's nothing like that I could use this for. But I am super grateful for them because about 3 or 4 weeks ago I seriously scalded one of my fingers. I think it was this one, holding down a seam and using the steam on it. It hurt. It was red for a while. You know, it goes away. It's not like 3rd degree burn or anything, but definitely 1st degree. So yay for silicone ironing tools. The second sewing tool that I am going to share with you is my big surprise that I mentioned last week's video, and it's right there. There. My husband bought me a Janome serger, and I will kind of get a little closer or put in some pictures, but I was not expecting that. I had asked for it, and then I started looking for the cost of a serger, and I was like, oh no, that's not going to happen. But he did buy me a serger. Oh my gosh. And I asked him, I was like, they're expensive. Like, why did you do that? And he informed me that it was $300 off. So he was so excited he could not turn that, pass that up. So I feel very spoiled. I have already begun using it. And if you remember, I have a serger, right? The one that my mom gave me that was from the 80s. And I've been afraid to use it because it hasn't been used since about the 80s, and I needed to go get it maintained because I was afraid if I just used it without having any kind of maintenance or oil or anything like that, that I would probably break it. And since it was a gift to my mom from her sister who has since passed away, and it just all kinds of anxiety of using that serger. So, so he bought me this one, the Janome. It is a 4DLB. I don't know what that means. I didn't look it up. I just have read the instruction manual. It comes with an instruction manual. It also comes with a handy dandy, actually I can show you, handy dandy little how to use it or get started, get set up DVD, which was very helpful. I watched that first, and then I looked at the instruction manual when it came down to what exactly, how do I exactly do it. It came with, I don't know if you can see in here, a little baggie of tools. Yeah, you can probably, we'll just do it this way. There's tweezers, tweezers to help with threading it. Then there's 2 different sizes of screwdrivers, and then down here you can see there's extra needles. So that all comes with it, and it comes pre-threaded. So I seriously just took it out of the box and started using it. I just grabbed some scrap papers, and after reading about kind of the generals about what to do, I had learned from my singer that you don't want to let it sit there for a while. If there's going to be a problem, you want to figure it out early. So I just started playing with it, and I've been using it on the garment that I've been sewing up this week, and it looks so nice. I've just been doing the serging. I haven't been using the cutting at all. And there's a rolled hem feature that I wanted to use, but I don't have time to figure it out, so I'm going to use that in the future. But there's all kinds of neat stuff that you can do with it, and I'm very excited to have it, and it really does make me feel good to know that that if I take something to Goodwill, there's not going to be all these different threads hanging out. That's one thing that stopped me from recycling the clothes that I make, is because the insides just don't look good. And I don't know why. Maybe people wouldn't care, but I cared. So anyway, that was the biggest surprise, was the serger. So let's talk scissors. A long time ago, my scissors started getting dull. And so they have this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this at Joann's. It's a Singer, it's a Fiskars sharpener. But there's problems with this, and it doesn't work very well. It sharpened for a little bit, but little scissors, hold on a sec. Little scissors you can't really use because it just gets too, I mean, like, it doesn't get down beyond to this because of the angle of the blades. The upper, like the long scissors, are very similar to that. So I wasn't very pleased with this, and so we went to, it's a store called Menards. It's like a home store where they have like toilets and sinks in one section and carpeting in another section, cleaning supplies. They have some groceries, a small section of groceries. They've got roofing materials. I mean, it's just a conglomeration. Pet stuff, bird seed. You can get pretty much anything at Menards. And so we went to do some shopping for my kids, and we found this. And this is called Shear Sharp. And I have some video footage that I'm going to make into a short, but just to kind of show you how it works, there's the blade is in here. So it's protected, but it is, you know, it's not as enclosed as this. So you can just go take your shear sharp, go right up to the very edge, and you just go, like, I seriously, on the scissors that I did, 6 times, and it was sharp. Then you just turn it over, do the same thing. You have a decent amount of pressure. It doesn't have to be like heavy though, and probably it makes it, can you even hear that? I don't know. Like before, when I was doing that, it didn't sound that sharp. So I didn't show you before what that looked like, but they were not the sharpest scissors in the shed. But look at that. It just totally just sharpened them up right away. There's no problems. So my scissors, my favorite scissors, these scissors, I was having real problems cutting with them right before Christmas when I was doing my Christmas sewing. I did not do much Christmas sewing. The 2 things that I'm going to show you next is the only thing I sewed for Christmas. But these did not work well because of the angle here. And so I had been able to sharpen the tips here, but I had not been able to sharpen all the way down. And so I told my husband, we bought the shear sharp, and I'm like, that'll be my Christmas present. So we wrapped it up, we put it under the tree, and then the next, like, I don't think Christmas, maybe even Christmas Day, I like ran downstairs and I did these scissors because they were super dull and not all the way down, and you can see it's a miracle. So miracle thing, shear sharp. If you can find it on Amazon, I highly recommend it to extend the length of your scissors. They also have a shear sharp that is also a knife sharpener. So if you have knives around that you need to get done, I imagine it probably works just as well. Okay, then the last thing about scissors is Shalisa, super sweetheart of a woman that she is, from So She Designs, sent me these. They're electric scissors. I have never had a pair of electric scissors. So I'm going to have to learn how to use them. And I haven't, since I got them, I haven't had to cut anything out. So I have no idea. I can tell you nothing about these yet. But they are cool. I do know that you can cut thick fabrics, and then there's another, this is I think the thick fabrics one, and then there's another one. No, that looks like a thick fabrics one. So this is regular fabric, and then this is a thick fabric head, and you just interchange them depending on what you need to cut. So I'm going to give it a try, and I will check back with you guys and let you know what I think, and I'll let Shalisa know what I think. Also, for sewing inspiration, I was so fortunate that Grace from So Lovely with Grace gifted me a subscription to the Vogue Fabrics catalog, like the swatch catalog. And I remember last year about this time she shared her experiences with them, and I thought that was so cool to be able to look and feel and touch the different fabrics, and just kind of use it to inspire you. And so I'm excited to get to do that this year. Maybe once I get it, I can kind of go through a Vogue. I could do a short or something on it so that you guys could see. Those are my sewing tools and my sewing scissors, and things for my sewing room. My friend, I just want to share these because they're so pretty. My friend Jessica, who's been my friend for many, many years, she noticed my music that's on the walls, and she found these. This is Melodies from Scotland. I won't even embarrass myself. So I don't want anybody from Scotland mad at me, because I really love Scotland and I would like to go visit someday. But anyway, Melodies from Scotland. So pretty. I'm trying to figure out where I would put it for sure. And then tomorrow, and look at that beautiful dress. So both of these I'm going to put up on my wall. Walls, not the wall, but my walls. And we'll enjoy some more beautiful scenery in this room. It's been a very fun last couple of weeks. So last thing is the patterns, the things that I made. And so I made it's a cape. It's a cape. Okay, I made a cape for my oldest son. He had bought the wool, the outside wool, for last summer when he was doing a cosplay that I helped make, and that I'm sure I mentioned in a video. And then we bought some flannel, and so I just sewed the flannel on the inside of the cape. I left the bottom edges, I just left them with the selvage edges. And then he wants to use a cloak pin, and so I didn't need to do any kind of closure or anything like that. He actually plans on using it more. He's going to go hiking this summer in the Rocky Mountains with his dad and his brother, and so he's planning on using that when it's cold, but he can throw it off as easily. Then the other thing that I made was this shirt. It's McCalls 7486. I made this version, only with so the contrast fabric is supposed to be on the front. There's four pieces here, well, 3 pieces here, the side, the front, and then the other side, and then on the back it's the same thing. It's the side back, middle back, side back. And so you're supposed to use contrast fabric for the front side and the back sides, and then an undersleeve side. When I bought the fabric, I thought I got enough that I could do like the whole thing in the dinosaur fabric, but lo and behold, it did not work. So I did not have enough. So I took out some black fabric that I had, some black knit that I had gotten from a Walmart bundle, and just used that for the front side and then the underarm side. And then I left the back just all dinosaur. I made him a large. I don't know what to say. It's just a very easy pattern. Went together well. The seams sewed up nicely. Everything matched. The fabric was great. I got the dinosaur fabric from Joann's. I highly recommend McCalls 7486. It is a very good pattern. I'm going to be making my husband a similar shirt. I have both size runs. He liked it. He liked it a lot. And I'm like, I like it. So if my youngest son doesn't ever wear it, I'm going to wear it because it's super cute. All right. Well, that is it. So I guess I would like to know if you have ever used electric scissors and if you have any tips for me, because yeah, I haven't. And what about sergers? Do you have any tips for me on those? Did you get anything fun or things that you had no idea were out there for Christmas that related to sewing or fashion or fabric or anything like that? I am very interested, so please leave me a comment down below. And coming up next week, I'm working on right now the garments for the You Asked For It part of my video content. So if you are interested in sticking around, I would really appreciate it. And if you would just hit that subscribe button, that would be great. Thank you so much, and I will just see you in the next video. Bye.